I mean, she's still super young, so pun intended.
For sure.
I had to. I had
to. You had to.
Welcome back. We are recapping the women's event at the fourth stop of the Grand Prix circuit, NHK Trophy in Tokyo, Japan. And in the absence of the Russians, Japan reigns supreme.
Sakamoto defends her NHK title.
And Kawabe wins her first Grand Prix medal.
Podium finishers here for the women. Kaori Sakamoto of Japan takes #1 spot. Mana Kawabe of Japan takes #2. And Youngyu of Korea finishes in third.
Let's get into it. Kaori wins her second NHK trophy consecutively, defending it without a triple axel. She's the first non-Russian woman to win a Grand Prix gold this year. What did you think?
I thought she was stunning as always. The skating skills are bar none. Bar none. Is it bar? Someone tell me in the comments.
They're on par or they're bar none.
Bar none. One of those things. I felt the free program wasn't as clean as her first Grand Prix, and also didn't give me the same kind of emotional connection, but she comes out here, skates relatively clean to win that medal. Again, like you said, she doesn't have a triple axel, and she knows that the demand on her is that she must always skate clean with all these other women who are bringing the firepower. So she does it here yet again. She is definitely someone who's created her own style, and she's singular. She may not be able to compete with other Russian women, but big fan.
Yeah, you know what? The thing about her is she may not have the technical difficulty, but the quality of her jumps are so insane. She flies into everything, she flies out of everything, and there's no hesitation. She's just like at it. So when she skates clean, she's racking up those bonus points. Her GOEs really add to her score. That's how she can stay in the mix. We also can't ignore the fact that both Russian women, Daria Usacheva and Alexandra Trusova, withdrew from this event, really opening the door for that gold medal spot.
Yes, it was very unfortunate. Daria Usacheva in the warm-up for the short program took off for a planned triple flip and then fell on the ice and couldn't put pressure on her foot and had to be carried off, apparently injuring a ligament in her leg. Wishing her a speedy recovery, as well as Alexandra Trusova, an injury in her foot. These are like some of the top names that were supposed to be at the Grand Prix final and contenders, of course, for an Olympic medal. We'll see how the rest of this season shapes up for the final and going into the Olympics. But second place, Mana Kawabe, 17-year-old. We saw her just a few weeks ago at Skate Canada, struggling in the short program, only scoring in the low 50s. She comes here and smashes that by 20 points, I think, with a wonderful triple axel, nice clean short program. Here in the free program, triple axel, she opens up and actually ends up falling on it, but still quality elements everywhere else. I know this is not her first time on the Grand Prix circuit, but this is her first Grand Prix medal. I like her skating skills a lot. I like the run of her blade. She kind of reminds me of like a very graceful Midori Ito and Rika Kihira.
I do agree. She's got that like raw power and attack, not unlike Kaori, but she does have this kind of delicate nature to her as well. She can kind of play on both sides of the fence with that one. She's only 17 years old. She's still developing. Now she's a Grand Prix medalist, winning a silver at home in Japan. It's got to be a huge boost of confidence for her.
Yeah, and of course, letting the Japanese Federation know that I'm here too. I want that third spot for the Olympics. I would not want to be them right now. We talk so much about the depth of field in Russia, but it's exactly the same in Japan. Third place, Youngyu of Korea, her second Grand Prix medal on the circuit so far, another bronze. Of course, getting bronze at Skate America. Pretty good here. Again, triple axel eluded her in both programs. but every other jump and element was just mint. She's looking very good and consistent. If she could just get that triple axel under her more consistently, she will definitely be a force to be reckoned with. Like she already is now, but even more so.
You know, she has some danger with her rotation. Sometimes she can under-rotate some of her jumps, losing some points. I love her skating, though. I really like her Les Mis free program. She's really starting to express more and more each season that we see her. I mean, she's still super young, so pun intended. She's still, you know, developing, and you know she's going to be up there as a contender.
For sure.
I had to. I had to.
You had to.
That is all for the women's event at this season's NHK Trophy. Let us know what you thought in the comments. What did you think about this women's event with no Russian skaters? How are we going to look for the Grand Prix final without Trusova and Usacheva in the mix?
Be sure to like, subscribe, you know the drill. Also, check out our other recaps for the other events here at NHK Trophy. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hey guys, it's Asher and Dylan from That Figure Skating Show.
And if you liked this video, and don't lie, we know you did, there's actually more where that came from.
So subscribe to CBC Sports and click it.
Click it real good.